Hey guys, it's Max. Wanted to take a brief break from the madness that is the podcast to talk about something a little more serious. September is National Suicide Prevention Month. We wanted to do our part in making sure that we addressed it and that we make sure that everyone knows that they are loved and they are cared about. And if people are having doubts or concerns or notions to self-harm, please reach out to us, reach out for help. The suicide prevention hotline is 1-800-273-8255 or suicidepreventionlifeline.org. There are resources, professional resources on that link that can get you the help you need. I would ask everyone if they could please spread this awareness with the hashtag #BeTheOne2. That's #BeTheOne2. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
Hello, listeners. My name is Austin Moraga, host of the Ironbound Chest, a new interview podcast that focuses on discussing monthly topics relating to D&D and TTRPGs. Each week, I aim to bring on someone from around the community. Podcasters, streamers, world builders, writers, dice makers, map makers, mini painters, homebrewers, cosplayers, singers, artists, illustrators, crafters, collectors, creators, and listeners. The chest is slowly but surely being filled with amazing and wonderful things, and I invite you all to help me in this task. You can find me on Spotify and almost wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for The Ironbound Chest. You can even find me on Twitter and Facebook. So I hope you take the time to listen and to help me add some wealth to the Ironbound Chest.
Steel your mind for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters. Okay. Yeah, you make your way back up, and you could you can get there. Go ahead and give me initiative rolls, so whenever you do arrive, yeah, we'll play that out.
Actually, pretty good. It's going to be an even 20.
An even 20? Okay. And Baby?
This is where I'll need some helping hands. What am I rolling?
All right, so you're rolling a D20 plus your initiative bonus.
Which should be Dex if you have
Right.
any.
Generally, it's just going to be your Dex modifier.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's got it on a sheet.
The roll was 16. My dexterity 16 with a 3 modifier.
All right. So roll is 16 plus the 3 is going to be 19.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Well, that makes sense. They get there, Aleister goes, then Baby goes.
Yeah.
A monster going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's for surely a monster going.
The question is if there will be
All right,
anything
so-
other than a monster going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the Aleister Baby with Baby in tow, heading to the tower. Aleister, you don't notice any more of those flying beasts. But yeah, Julian and Victor. Victor is up first.
Cool. So I'm assuming I'm still about 30 feet away from this guy.
Yeah, that's where you stopped and said something.
Yep.
Yep.
I said, excuse me, sir. All right. I will. I'm gonna try to use my newfound wraps ability to try to slash at this guy first.
Okay. Yeah. Describe how it's slashing, like what you're doing with it.
Yeah. Give me
Whenever,
one.
if you hit.
One moment as well. I want to make sure that I do this. Okay. Yep. And so, well, you want me to describe it after I roll for it?
Well, yeah, roll for it and then describe
Okay.
what you're doing and it misses or hits.
Okay, so my first roll was a 15 to hit, and I'll just roll the second one. The second is a 22 to hit.
Okay, the 22 hits, the 15 doesn't.
Okay, and then I gotta roll this one. All right, and that was 7 damage. So Victor's sort of gonna, open up the trench coat just a little bit more than it may have been open. Usually it hangs open a little bit, but he's gonna pull it apart so it's easier for wraps to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have two wraps come out, and just one of them comes towards the right side, and one of them comes towards the left side of the monster. So it's just come at both sides at once with those wraps, and try to slash at his arms.
Yeah.
The fewer arms, the better. So.
And how much damage was the 22?
It was. One question. You said I had a +1 on the wraps. Is that to hit or for to damage?
Both.
Oh, okay. Then it was actually 8 damage.
Okay. All right.
Julian is visibly confused about everything that's going on around him right now.
Yeah. Well, you did see the wraps come out at Dalton before, and
But not like this.
yeah.
This is different.
And then, how did that guy react to that? Because I'm about to use flurry of blows and try to get
Smacking.
Oh, it cut him and he reacted. But the one of your wraps just kind of it didn't get all the way there and it came back to you. It was kind of shy.
Yeah. Well, I'm new at it,
Yeah.
All right. So
And, yeah.
So yeah, now I'm gonna for my bonus action, I'm gonna use a key point to do flurry of blows. After actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna keep my distance for the moment. I'm gonna sort of back up. Actually, I'm a little bit further away from that guy. So
Okay.
I'm gonna move back towards Julian just a little bit.
All right.
Like maybe another 15 feet. I'm still in front, but I'm closer to him.
Okay. Also, both of you give me a perception check.
Okay.
That is a 1, which is pretty fitting.
All right. I got a 17.
Okay, so you notice off to the left, you do see a wall, and there's maybe like a 2-foot gap in the wall.
Okay. Julian, there's a
Like
gap in the
you
wall
noticed it
to the left.
as you were coming back. Yeah, sorry.
I just saw it as I was coming back.
My attention is solely fixated upon the monster that is in front of me.
Well, I mean, but stop paying attention to me and start paying attention to me.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
And how much did you move back?
I'll say about 15 feet. So I'm about 45 feet away from this guy now, from where he originally was. I'm hoping his movement speed isn't too much, but if he gets to go first, I want him to go for me instead of Julian. So Julian.
So you were at 30 feet. You moved to.
I moved back
45
about
feet away.
45 feet. So I'm about 15 feet away from Julian, and I'm 45 feet away from that guy. But I am not in between Julian and the guy because Julian has to be able to shoot the guy with the gun. I don't know what this guy's movement speed is, but I'm hoping it's less than 45 feet.
About to find out.
Yep.
So he starts kind of lumbering towards you. You notice that he doesn't have any like eyes or anything, but you hear like a big inhalation, like sniffing sound, coming from his vertical split head,
Mm-hmm.
and he moves to 15 feet in front of Victor, as he's like sniffing with his big open maw, as he's moving closer towards you, and he stops at 15 feet in front of you, or well, that's where he is right now. And Julian.
Question. Those.
Oh, and he's like 17 feet tall.
Oh, great. Yeah, I just definitely wanted to hear that. Those sleeping potions that I have, did they have to be directly imbibed for them to work?
Like you can bust them. Like it just has to be like inhaled or ingested.
Okay. If that is the case, then I am going to use the over under on the lightning gun, and
okay.
I am going to cast catapult at first level, but I'm going to use the sleeping potion as the ammunition.
Okay.
In attempts to try to put this thing to sleep.
How many you got?
All right. Yeah, you're aiming for the head. Like he is bending over,
I'm aiming,
sniffing as his head is like coming at you.
I'm aiming for the split.
Okay.
It's got the separation.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 sleep potions, and he needs to give me a dex save, please.
Okay. That's a 19.
Fuck. Okay. Then yeah, I failed to hit.
But you.
Well, okay, I failed to.
Still hit with the damage. You failed to hit him with the sleeping.
Yeah, the
or
object
what?
strikes the target and stops moving. So basically, I don't do the damage. I don't do the bludgeoning damage, but I still technically hit him with it.
Okay.
Yeah, on a failed saving throw,
Okay,
the
so-
object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and when it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay. And takes nothing if they
it doesn't
save.
take anything; it just strikes the target.
Okay. So the vial breaks, and what's the sleep spell? Is it 5d8? I think.
I think so. I actually don't have the sleep spell, so I could not tell you. Let me look it up real fast.
5d8.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that right.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So roll 5d8, and and this is gonna work a little different than just the sleep spell. But yeah, give me that roll.
Okay. Let me get some d8 real fast.
We should all just roll 1d8 and add
That
them together.
is 9. You said 5d8, right?
5.
Okay, so that's 2. So 9, 17, 21. Then I got one more d8. 25.
So he sleeps
Okay.
for 25 hours.
No, that's it would be his HP, but
It's
I'm
HP.
doing it a percentage base, because that's nowhere near his max HP.
Yeah, I figured.
So you notice that he's kind of dazed him a little bit. He's kind of like groggy. Best way to describe what he's going through. But yeah, that's all you notice.
Cool. And then I'm going to move away from it, and I'll go to Victor
Go to
and
the
say,
left. Left
that
wall.
yeah, that didn't work. What did you say?
There's a gap in the left wall.
Okay, yeah, we need to go for the gap. No, we're not. I'm not doing any kind of. No, this thing's not gonna. That should have knocked it out cold.
Okay.
In a very we're fucked tone.
Yes. So I guess he's using all his movement speed to get to that wall, the thing in the wall.
Yeah, because I said
You can get
stood still or
to
firing,
the
so
wall.
I'm gonna try to go get to the wall.
Yeah, you can get to the wall. It would take a little bit further for Victor to get there.
I've got a
no,
movement speed
you
of
got
45
more
feet.
movement.
No, he's a
That's
quick,
right.
He's a quick
That's
boy.
right. So both of you would be able to get to the wall where you're currently standing.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what
Or
I would
to-
do on
to
my
that
next
gap.
turn, as well as I would move to the wall and just get away from the monster guy. I mean, I guess since,
Okay, so
Victor, since Julian's getting there first, you want to tell me what's over there? Since
Yeah, I'll do a. Can I do a passive perception check? Because I don't really have time to take to actually like stare at it.
So yeah, it looks like it goes for a little bit, like maybe 20 feet, and then it looks like it opens up into another big room. Or at least it's bigger than the gap. It gets bigger.
It goes to another room.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he can get in a 2-foot gap. So. Okay. So yeah, if that's where it goes, then I'm gonna head over there with my movement speed and try to get over there as fast as possible.
Okay. Are you going to?
I'll go down the hallway.
Also, you're gonna take a second movement.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Yeah. Cause.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, I don't suppose before I move I can use an action to stealth. Can I?
When you were in combat.
You wouldn't be able to stealth
okay.
like right in front
I didn't
of
know.
him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he seems to be smelling where we are, so I don't know if I can throw his smell off.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never
hate to
tried
break-
that before.
I hate to break this to you. You have an odor to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my breakfast had a lot of garlic in it.
But yeah, you're able to get to the other side of the 2-foot gap, and
What do I see?
you're in another big room, and it's another. Looks like more the same as far as like the room.
Okay, but I
Within
can't see a
60 feet.
monster yet.
You don't see a monster.
Okay. Here's another room just like this one.
So he made it all the way through the gap.
Yeah, I got a 45 feet of movement speed. I went past you.
Okay. Are we still in initiative order?
If Victor's done, well, he was telling you what he saw when he got to the end there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I don't have any other actions I can take because the only other actions I can take are I could start spending key points to dodge from nothing that can get me, or
Can you not spend a key point to move again?
actually, maybe I can.
I think that's one of the things a monk can do.
I can disengage I can dash. What is dash? Move an extra distance. Yeah, no, I can.
The dash would be it's an additional movement for a double
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, I can just move again, essentially is what dash is. But if I'm like at where it opens up into another room, I probably don't want to dash in there blindly when Julian probably can't catch up and quite yet. So I'll
Okay.
Don't discount me yet. I got some tools.
I want to wait until we're together. We're a team. All right, so I'm at the end of the hallway. I don't think I'm going to sprint into the room by myself in case there's another giant. So I'm going to wait for Julian to get up with me.
All right, so the Gug, the big giant creature, it starts moving towards where Julian is. It can't quite get to you. Like it's trying to lash out with its arms that have looks like they have about a 10-foot reach, but like you can almost like feel it, but it's still not within range to where it can hit you, Julian.
Oh, good.
And you can just smell it. Like you could smell like just like dead flesh.
Yeah.
Coming from its head, its mouth.
Out of character, I know what a Gug is.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified. In character, I am also terrified, but I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
In every way, I am confused.
I'd rather switch places, I'll put it that way.
Well, he looks friendly.
Crying.
Looks
That's
kind of
what a
like
Gug is.
if a hippo was standing upright with giant arms, had his head turned sideways. Teeth are a bit sharper. It's a good thing we're not within its reach then.
It's a good thing one of us is almost within its reach then, huh?
Who? You?
Me.
Well, it's a 2-foot hallway. If he's giant, he can't get down it. So if you're past his reach, then he can't get us with his arms, right?
Yeah. All right. So is it my turn? Because I am going to make all haste to go through that gap as quickly as possible.
Okay.
To the point in which I am actually going to cast. It's the first time I've ever done this. I'm going to cast Longstrider on myself at first level.
Okay. And what does Long Strider do?
That essentially increases my movement speed up to 10 feet for an hour. Character-wise, I will just pull out basically a pill bottle that I have, and I will just basically crack it and then just swallow it.
First sign of trouble, doctor just starts popping pills.
I just start popping pills, yeah. And then, I'm going to... so that I'd have a movement speed of 40. So would that let me get through the gap to where Victor is at?
You can get through the gap plus more.
Okay, so I'm going to do that and get ahead of Victor.
Okay. So you're 20 feet ahead of Victor.
Yes, I'm just like, fuck!
All right. Aleister and Baby, you're about halfway. We're just going to say you're about halfway. Like you're crossing the bridge over into the Rose Throne Burrow.
What would be the Rose Throne Burrow?
Yeah, what would be the Rose Throne Burrow?
I'm guessing this tower is a little closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's not too far. I guess. Yeah.
Either that or we're
you know some shortcuts. Aleister knows some shortcuts. We'll put it there.
Booking it.
Yeah.
Who are we going to save?
Well, I guess we'll see if we save them, I suppose. But the two flunkies that I keep around just to make things easier.
What do they do?
It's a good question.
Whee!
All right. Back to Victor.
Well,
It's your turn.
I'm still in the doorway. I can't see anything except Julian just ran past me like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I guess sort of I would be asking, like as Julian ran by me, I'd be like, Julian, do you see anything in there? Because he's still got his lantern.
Yeah, I would still have my lantern. Well, yeah, what would I see, like, moving past Victor in the other room?
So you can see another wall in front of y'all, like directly in front of the gap. Looks like a solid wall. You don't see any doors, no windows. It's just another dark room. As you look around, there's no door in sight from where you're standing.
Oh, so
it's just a big empty room.
So this is just a big empty room. Cool.
Similar to the other one, but you never saw the end of the room in the other one.
Okay. So we're dead. I have an idea. Victor, do you still have any of that food on you?
Yeah, I have some food from earlier.
I want you to throw it at it and hope it eats it, and then we're going to have to go back the way we came because there's nothing on this end.
Okay. How long is this hallway again?
20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take the food that I had from earlier that I picked up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to toss it down that hallway.
Are you trying to keep any of it, or you just throwing the whole thing?
I'll keep enough to where I know that I could, like I cooked enough because I was kind of hungry before, but then everything got busy. So I'll keep enough to where I could gain an insight if I needed to, or like try to probe some memories. So I'll just take just enough for that, and then I'll chuck the rest of it at the thing.
Okay.
The gug.
All right. So as you throw it, and that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I don't really have much else I want to do. I mean, I guess in theory I could attack it, but that would be an action, right?
I would like for you to pray.
I would also point out that would seem kind of contradictory. Like throw some food at it and then attack it.
Yeah, no.
Eat it, you fat piece of crap.
I don't know. This hallway, like, I guess I'll just sort of step out of the hallway so I'm not like in direct line of sight anymore. Just like around the corner. Stick to where the hole is, but just like to where if somehow it launched something forward that it wouldn't hit me.
All right, so nobody's actively looking down that hallway anymore. after you throw it.
I looked down the hallway, and I would have just waited to see what happened before I
Well, you
moved.
said you were stepping out of it.
Oh,
That's what
I'm looking at the other side into the room that we just walked into, trying to find an exit, and then while doing that, I told Victor, "Hey, throw food at it to distract it while I figure a way out of this mess."
Okay, yeah. I guess, I mean, if I can wait to see how it reacts to the food before I move, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just making sure what you were wanting to do there.
Yeah, because I kind of thought Julian was looking, so...
No, I was like...
I didn't realize he was facing the other way.
I thought you were looking.
Well, I was facing the other way to try to... Well, you'd have to look to throw it. Whatever, it's fine.
So as you're watching, you watch the meat land on the other side. It kind of bounces and rolls a little bit, not too much, but it gets covered in the dirt that's on the floor, and you see the creature lumber over to it, and it grabs it and it starts eating it, and then it starts sniffing again, and it puts its focus back on you again.
This is a really nice amuse boost that you gave it.
And
the tongue comes out and slurps
face. It starts walking into like up against the crack.
Mm-hmm.
And as it does, you see its body start to squish into the crack as it's coming, and it's moving towards you.
Oh,
all squished in the 2 feet, because it's way bigger than 2 feet wide. But it's his body is contorting and squishing into it and starting to move through the crack.
Okay.
Slowly.
Is it still my turn?
You were saving an action to move, so you can move.
Yeah. I'm gonna move out of its way now. I'm gonna leave the crack.
Okay. You gonna share that information?
Yeah. It's Julian, it's coming through the crack.
All right,
and it is Julian's turn.
All right, I'm gonna try something I haven't done before ever.
Bravery.
I'm going to attempt to be peaceful, and I'm going to take a huge gamble here.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by the way that it looks, I'm going to say that it's probably a underground dwelling creature. I am going to... God, how would I do this? I'm going to talk at it in Undercommon, because that's one of the languages that I have never used. And say, I don't know what Undercommon would sound like. I think I'll just do my best Victor impression. Whoa, hey there, slow down, Chief.
That's not what I sound like.
I'm speaking in Undercommon. You don't know what this sounds like at all.
No, I do.
So
I do
you speak Undercommon too?
No, but I've got my fedora that can
yeah, I forgot you have the all language one.
Yeah, so
but you have to activate it first.
I have to activate it. So
God, you can use that thing way more often.
I use it all the time. It's just it's at will, but I have to turn it on in order to understand things. So in battle, I can't use it. It's a little awkward.
I mean, you can use it. It's just the way that battles are parsed out. You can't always use it immediately.
Yeah. So unless he allowed me to do it as a reaction or something.
Mm-hmm.
So you see its head as it's moving towards you, or and it's moving this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You see its head, but it doesn't react to you saying anything to it at all.
Great.
But it's all squished, and you do see the squishness as it's coming through towards you, still slowly in that filling it up kind of deal.
Yeah, it's basically getting stuck and trying to wedge itself out.
No, it sounds like it's just sort of squishing through. It's just
very much like an octopus would do.
Oh, okay.
Or a cat.
But more like an octopus.
Okay.
A cat like
its bones are shifting and all kinds of stuff to make this happen.
Cool.
And its muscles, it's contorting really bad.
All right, I literally have gone against every instinct that I have to try to be peaceful and subdue this thing by not killing it. I am no longer going to do that. I am going to fire the lightning gun at it, and I'm going to put every single charge possible into this thing.
Okay.
So that would be 5. Basically, I would need to roll to hit.
Yep.
So let me do that. So that would be the +7 plus. Oh no, I wouldn't get the. We said I couldn't get the alchemical bonus on it, right?
Correct.
The savant. Okay, so +7.
Yeah, because
okay.
it's not a spell. It's a magic item.
Okay. All right.
It's a device.
That is a 20.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. I need to do 5d10 damage.
All right.
Try to do 50 if you can.
Oh, I'm trying. 26 lightning damage.
Okay.
And that is 5 charges. Okay. That was my turn.
All right. Back to Victor.
Okay. Is it still in the hallway?
Yep.
Oh, it's still
It's
coming for us.
slow. Yeah, it's like slowly making its way through.
How close am I to it?
You moved out of the way of the gap. If you want to go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I would have maybe just like a foot out, like around the wall. Like I would just gone around the
Yeah.
corner.
So you'd be within 20 feet of it
Yeah.
because it's in the wall. It's in the gap.
You could throw your ninja star or use your wraps on it.
I could, yeah.
Please, for the love of God, don't get next to it.
Oh no! I don't plan to. So I'm going to use whatever movement I need to step back into the hallway, since I saw Julian try to talk to it and then immediately shoot the lightning gun. I'm assuming this thing's bad, and so I'm just going to step out and try to hit it with those wraps again.
Okay.
Sort of same deal, only this time I'm going to try to shoot both of them like straight at its chest. Like just one on either side.
What looks like a chest because it's all just squished in there right now.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Is
Chest
the head,
height?
Is the head open?
Yeah, but it's all like all squished in there too.
Okay.
So
Yep, I'm just going to shoot center mass and try to do piercing damage with it this time, since I'm going straight in. So the first one is 13 to hit, so I think that misses.
misses.
And then the second is a 19 to hit. So that probably,
19 hits.
Yeah, that hits. So for 6 damage. I'm not doing too.
All right.
So it topples over and it's gone.
So one of your wraps stabs into it. The other one, like its body kind of shifts out of the way, like as it goes to stab, and it just doesn't hit it. As it's all just going over itself and trying to get through this gap in the wall, and it continues to make its way
I was
through
going
the
to move
gap.
out of the way.
Oh.
I'm not just going to
Oh, you
stand
are
in
gonna
that
move.
doorway.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, no, I'm going to move out of the way now. Like, I'm going to get far away. I'm going to get like 45 feet or however many you say I can get away from this door. Maybe diagonally away from
Your
the door.
full movement, yeah. Just
Get my full movement
40,
away
40
from this
feet,
creature.
40 feet away.
40
yeah.
feet away.
There you
Because it
go.
took 5 feet to get into the door. Yeah, so I'm going to move my full movement just back away from this door.
Okay. And Julian, you're still looking down the hole, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I have to keep. I'm going to try to keep firing at this thing.
All right, so it's about halfway through the hole now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move back 40 feet with the extra move from Longstrider, and I'm going to shoot it again with the lightning gun with 5 charges.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm going to try to bring this thing down. All right. Roll the hits. Rolled a 5 plus 7 is 12, and I'm going to use my Cardiac Inspiration. I remembered to make it that'd be a 21, right?
That hits.
Yeah. Okay. damage time. It has to hit if I spend all the charges.
Fair.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's a lot of blow. Okay, so first 2 d10s. Not great, double ones.
All right.
Next 2, a 1 and a 7, so 10. The last one is an 8, so 18. Plus 4 is 20. Let's say
22.
22, yeah.
22.
Again. Oh, wow. Same number. Consistent.
We're going to whittle it down.
All right.
We think we're faster than it is, so we'll just keep hitting it at range.
I don't think that's the case.
Well,
All right, so it is
at range.
Definitely keep
It is
hitting at
Victor's
range.
turn. It is Victor's turn.
It is Victor's turn. Okay.
Oh.
So it didn't do any. Okay. How far away am I from the thingy now? The thingy. I'm 45 feet away from the hole in the wall.
You're 40 feet from the hole.
40 feet from the hole.
And he's 10 feet in.
Okay, so I'm about 50 feet away from him.
Yeah.
Okay.
How big's the room that we're in?
We're just going to say it's 80 by 80.
Okay.
Pretty big room.
Well,
So basically, where I was in the middle of the room, and now that I backed up, I'm basically against the other wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, I don't really have any other moves that I can do without getting next to him and risking death. So I'm going to...
What's the range in your ninja star?
The Ninja Star has got a 60-foot range, but it's only a D4 plus 4.
Oh.
The wraps are a D6 plus 4 plus 1.
Can you attack twice?
I can. And so I'm gonna run in about... He's 10 feet, 50. I'm gonna run in about 25 feet. Nope. Hold up. He's 50 feet away. No, he's 50 feet away. Yep. I'm going to run in about 20. I'm going to run in 10 feet. I'm going to get 10 feet closer to him so he's 40 feet away so I can hit him with my wraps and not get real close.
Okay.
And sorry, I had to do the math. And I will roll poorly. So I did not hit with that one. I only hit with one again. I rolled a 3 and a 15, so that's an 11 and a 22. 23
hits,
to
yeah.
hit.
23 hits.
Yeah, and so I'll roll another d6. That's another 8 damage. Just
That's good.
Yep. And I'm doing the same sort of shoot him in type thing, just sort of straight at him into that hallway.
Stabby, stabby.
Yep.
All right, so Aleister and Baby. Well, Aleister's up first. So, what? Oh.
The baby had to clear its throat.
Oh, okay. Aleister, you and Baby are about... What's your movement
40.
speed? 40?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're 40 feet away from the tower base. You do see a door there, but you also have another one of those flying creatures. You notice it diving down towards you and Baby.
Ah, what is that?
Coming this March, 2 travelers caught in an unknown cabal. A monster isolated from the outside world. Together, they will discover the truth. They will fear each other. They will fight each other. But in the end, they just might understand each other. Dreamland Animation presents the next blockbuster kids movie, How to Train Your Gug. This spring, monsters will become friendsters. Hey guys, hope you liked that dumb outro I threw together. I listened to the episode and was just like, man, we're trying everything to like figure out this creature. I was like, man, this reminds me of How to Train Your Dragon for some reason. There you go. So, if you could, please visit us at microphonesandmonsters.com. We have a new splash page now. It looks a little bit different. There's a lot more links to it. A lot more ways to reach out to us. The merch store is there, and a bunch of other links to support us are on there as well. So go ahead and check that out. As always, all music is written and produced by Marco Mazzei at Fallen Highway Studios. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you for the next episode of Season 2.